My name is Nay. I'm here to do a little channeled message for you. Using my Mama's Rider-Waite deck today. This deck has it's been used a lot. Not just that, but it's been used by people who really believe. All right. I know nothing. Thank you, Spirit. All right, our first card of the day is the Magician. Number 1 in the tarot. So what you'll see here, and if you're not familiar with the cards, even if you are, I love to really analyze the imagery on these things. So you see how he's got the swords, the cups, the pentacles, and the wands here on the table. They're all at his disposal. All the elements, all things are within the Magician's domain. So I guess here, if I put this in perspective with it being in the past, I'd say it's funny how the older we get and the more we become like our actual selves, the closer we pursue the dreams we had when we were kids. And it's funny how there's a sort of almost childlike wonder that you have to maintain in order to survive this fucking world. This card, I feel like this is saying that what you're looking for is within you. You already have control. Your will and everything else is aligned in your life. You just need to remove the things that are making you forget. We have Temperance inverted. This is pretty much exactly what I was talking about. Because when you look at Temperance, she pours the water between her cups. She also stands within it. And this represents not her controlling the water, but controlling how energy is exchanged. She's the balancer. You know, she comes as an angel, as a divine messenger. And she shows you where things are in balance. But with it being inverted, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes it can be real easy to forget who we are. And everyone's something different, but there is something that connects all of us. And it's a little bit beyond language. But all the answers are within. You know, it may be beyond language, but it's not beyond understanding. I believe that everyone has a mission to fulfill and a reason why they're here. And for me personally, my intuition leads me there. I know that my intuition is going to lead me down the right path. And the wrong one sometimes. But that's kind of part of it, right? These moments where we forget exist so that we can remember. And the third card is the Queen of Pentacles reversed in the future. Yeah, if you've been feeling like there are blocks or conscious thoughts or habits, material things that get in the way of your greater path, I see this as a sign that it's important to remember that all things must be in balance. The Queen doesn't really, in the tarot, the Queen doesn't exist without the King. And that's why she's inverted here. As you'll see, She sits upon a throne, and in the way that she's a little bit different from the king, you see the way that she looks at the pentacle? She looks at it as if it's her child, as if she cares about it. That is not really how the king looks at it. He's looking out. You know, he sees the result of having poured into the pentacles, but she is the pouring. So here in my mind is, I think it's really important that we have empathy with ourselves. I've gotten into a lot of trouble in my own personal life just pouring into others thinking that it would fill my cups up, but it don't. You gotta feed yourself. You gotta feed yourself the things that make you feel connected, whether that's family or praying or tarot. Because if you don't, there won't be balance. And that's what temperance is saying too. That balance is not something you have to achieve. It's something you have to get back to. It's something you return to. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups inverted, not an inversion. Yeah, so I think this is about empathy. This is about how, for some reason, on this journey in life, when we approach an end to a cycle, it looks a lot like the fucking beginning of a cycle, doesn't it? Isn't that weird? Sometimes the similarities are almost uncanny, where it's like you right back where you started, but something's different, something's changed. This card is telling me that every little bit counts. Every piece of the journey counts. Every feeling, every intuition, whether good or bad, everything matters. And when you ignore certain parts, when you forget, when you let things go, you lose this. So remember who you are. That's the lesson today. Remember who the fuck you are. Yeah, anyways, I love you. Talk to you later.